everybody. Welcome to Tuesday's Leadership Tip. Last week, we were talking about having a healthy organization. Yes, we need it to be smart and we need it to be healthy. Now, when we're looking at the health of an organization, there are 4 key areas to pay attention to. And today, we are going to pay attention to the very first of the 4 areas. The first question is, are meetings compelling? Are the important issues being discussed during the meeting? Every company has interesting, difficult issues that they need to wrestle with. And a lack of interest during a meeting is a pretty good indication that the team is avoiding issues because they're uncomfortable with one another. There is no excuse for having continually boring meetings. The second question, do team members engage in unguarded debate? Do they honestly confront one another? Now, even teams that get along well together should be experiencing regular conflict and intense debate. These teams, they have moments when they're holding each other accountable and they're looking at each other's attitudes and actions. And if they're holding back during meetings, then there's going to be a future problem. The third question is, do team members apologize if they get out of line? Do they ever get out of line? Now, this is a big one because when we get passionate and we're really talking about something that's important, we may have a tendency to say something that we don't mean. And then we have to be able to go back and apologize. Apologize and forgive each other, and then move on. The fourth question, do team members understand one another? Do they know the background? Do they know about the strengths and weaknesses in one another? Are they willing to take that next step and say, I get it, I know how you think and act, and I'm on your side? And the last question is, do team members avoid gossiping about one another? Now, here's the distinction. Talking about a colleague who is not present is not gossip. Gossip requires the intent to hurt someone, and it's almost always accompanied by an unwillingness to confront a person directly. Now, the funny thing is, if you have a team that is working really well together, they really don't think about this because they know that they're going to address all this during a meeting. They trust each other. They know each other. If you answered no to any of those questions, then you may have identified an opportunity for some growth. Now, one of the very best ways to get this to the table and get your team moving forward is to take these questions, put them in front of your team, and have an honest discussion about it. Talk about what's not working. Talk about what would it take for us to be safe, be passionate, be engaged, have robust conversation, hold each other accountable for actions and our attitudes. If you answered no, make a commitment. Have the conversation. Next week, we're going to look at the second discipline for having a healthy organization. Have a great week, everybody.